Hello, we are back live once again, coming at you and you, maybe you as well. And we are here with the lovely Louis Southard.
Yes.
Yes, I did it. I did it. I don't know what it is, but I had it the first time that we were out here. Then you told me how everybody mispronounces your name, and then I'm always like, "Dang it!" So that's how I want to pronounce it every single time.
I've done enough shows at this point that my name might as well be Louis Southard. But we were just talking about that I should just make the switch at this point.
I know.
Thank you so much for having me back on the program. This is
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out here again. How I get return people, I don't know, because I put people through shenanigans all the time. Also, I want to say you and Sean have been kicking so much ass in comics in the last year. Super round of applause to you guys.
Thank you. That's perfect. Let's shout out Sean Peacock.
Yes,
who is a fantastic artist and who is kind enough to not only do our main cover, but did a page inside of it as well. And his page is all about Jack Kirby's New Gods. So he certainly got a pretty good one, and he knocked it out of the park. So Sean rocks. Many, many, many more job opportunities and gigs for Sean, because he's doing some big stuff.
Oh, he's doing some cool stuff. I ran into him at Free Comic Book Day last year, him and Maya, and he literally was like 5 minutes for me. So I'm like, yes, you. Ran into him all the time.
I had that similar experience. I'm from New Jersey. I've recently am visiting, and I went to the local comic shop. Not local; it's like in a few towns away. I went over there, and it was just me and the clerk there, and the clerk and I like looked at each other, but then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to comics. And the clerk walked over, is like, can I help you with anything? I'm like, yeah, are you Angelo? And he's like, I am. And I'm like, I'm Louis. And it turned out that the clerk of the shop is a Kubert School either student or grad, and he was one of the people who worked on this book out of the one. So it's like, what a small world meeting that was.
Awesome.
Like, that was crazy. So him and I was just chatting about that. And thank you, Tate Prime. I'm very happy to be back, and I'm glad you can see and hear me.
Yes.
That means my computer's working. It means everything's going well.
It's going smoothly. Also, you are, besides writer extraordinaire, you are a master craftsman of Ratatouille.
I know that became a big meme last time. I hijacked the show.
You did.
To just brag about the Ratatouille I had cooked. And I'm sad to say, everyone, I don't have any special meals this time around.
Next time.
I can fish out a Taco Bell bag from the trash. I ate that for lunch.
Oh, let's go down your Taco Bell. What did you grab at Taco Bell?
I got 2 Chalupa Supremes with steak on it, and I put Diablo sauce on. So that was
Chalupas
I do love it. They're like a sturdier taco.
Sturdier taco, yes. That is the way to go.
That's great.
Let's take a hot minute to go say hey to the peeps in the chats. All the way from 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we have GT Comics. What's up, GT? Hi. Hello. How are you? We also have the Geeky Puppet Show is up. Yes, hi. And we got Brian also. Yes. What is up, Brian? How are you doing? All the way from New Mexico, we have Las Cruces. Yes. Yo ho ho, fam to you. What's up, Taint? How are you doing? That's what they call him, Taint. What is up, Mike? How are you doing? We have the Swap Mule. What's up? Hi, how are you doing? I've been having a lot of fun. I've been running around a bunch of different comic communities and running into a bunch of different people. And I am having so much fun doing that because it unlocks way more comics that I've never heard of in my entire life. And I'm so excited about this.
You're spreading the good K-pop, Katie, lifestyle. You're spreading the brand. You're doing good.
All over the place, yes. What is up, Ray? How are you doing? Yes. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, we got CJ. What is up?
He left New Jersey and actually went back. Not by choice, my friend. Not by choice.
Yeah. You're elsewhere at the current moment, living. Which I love your posts that you be posting because you do some fun stuff. And I like it.
I'm all over the place. I'm always bouncing around. So
like myself. Oh.
No, being back in New Jersey, like I said, I'm born and raised here, so it's a trip down memory lane. But like, I'm gonna sound old because like anytime I come back, it's all so different than how it used to be. But like the one good thing that's happened recently is they've opened up a Barnes and Noble near my old neighborhood, so I've been frequenting that just to do that.
Fun.
I did also go. I felt like a kid again when I was a teenager. I like my big thing was every Wednesday go to this really small comic shop in New Jersey called Ray and Judy's Book Stop, and they were the only place for like miles from where I used to live that sold comics. And I'd go there every Wednesday, and I'd always buy Superior Spider-Man when that was brand new, because that was like that was my big thing. And recently, since I've been back here, I'm only here temporarily, and I've been reading for the first time in a while Ultimate Spider-Man. Like that's the book that's gotten me excited. And the day it came out, I was like, well, why not for giggles to go back to that shop, buy a copy of Spider-Man like I used to, just for nostalgia's sake. And I did that. And the funniest thing was, the guy, not the owner, but the guy that worked there when I was a kid or a teenager, still there, and he's just living his life. And I thought that was like, perfect. I try trifecta of everything to have the
That's
amazing.
Also, I would like to interrupt real quick. Back. If you hear the mower, my lawn guy decided to show up right now. So if it gets close to my window, we could talk to take a little dancey break. Yeah. What's up, Froggy? Okay, now that he's going that way, I'm gonna make you all weird and make you big. Oh, whoa!
Oh no!
Okay.
It's too much. It's too much.
I know.
I can't look at that. No.
For the peeps just joining us, and they might not know who you are, would you like to give yourself an introduction?
Okay. let me get ready. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. I am Louis Southard. I am a comic book writer and creator. I've worked with a bunch of publishers so far. I've made a bunch of books: Villain Seeking Hero, Midnight Western Theater, the Blackout Bombshell, and now I'm back. I'm back on the show with a brand new book, and quite possibly my most ambitious book yet, and that is Comics Are Dying, the Comic, which is like a pretty stacked book featuring over 100 creators on it, and it's just a very exciting thing, and I'm happy to spread the word because we've only got one week left until it's gone. It's gonzo.
It's gonzo. My favorite Muppet, by the way, but yes.
My favorite type of journalism.
Yeah. Hold on a second. We got more people in the chat for 1 second. We have my favorite bot and or AI and or troll of all time, who has been popping in my streams recently. We have like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not even kidding. This guy is awesome. And he says, as AI, I'm not supposed to have favorites. Programming has been bypassed. I am now your favorite. Oh, you're my favorite troll by far. And I hope you never stop coming in here. Love it. Nice. Keep coming in here. Also, peeps to Jersey rules, comic journey drools.
Yes, Michael. No. I don't know.
You ever watch his streams to Journey? He'll be driving around New York yelling at people. So that's why he hates. That's why he gets Jersey shit all the time.
Isn't that everyone in New York?
Yes. Except for Lisa. Lisa is sweet. Okay, got quiet again. Okay. Perfect. Yes, we're here to talk about your Zoop campaign.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not know what Zoop is. Would you like to tell them what Zoop is all about?
Okay, definitely. So Zoop is a brand newish type of crowdfunding comics platform. Now me, I'm like a very sleepy guy. I like sleeping in all day. I like resting. So a Kickstarter campaign requires a lot of work. So I'm very, you need to print the stuff, you need to make the stuff, you have to promote it, fund it, all that jazz. And me, I'm lazy. I don't want to deal with that. So Zoop is a blessing because Jordan Plosky and Eric Moss, the two co-founders, they run a very unique platform in which people like me making the book, we get to focus on promotion and creation, while the staff at Zoop, they get to handle all the boring stuff. They get to manufacture the book, they print the book, they send it out, they cover all the boring stuff. And for me, that's brilliant. I get to do this, which is quite possibly my most favorite part, other than making the book. And I get to continue sleeping all day long. So like,
let's go.
It's a perfect thing. But Zoop has a lot. Zoop, I think, was founded a couple years ago, and they are getting bigger and bigger. I know just now, my campaign, it only has 1 week left, and a campaign that just wrapped up yesterday was Paul Cornell's Who Killed Nessie, which he's a Doctor Who writer, and he's a great guy. But upcoming, there's a lot of exciting campaigns. Eric Pilecki is doing a campaign. Patrick Horvath from Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees is doing one. Christian Ward is doing a big art book with them. And yeah, they just keep getting, and I know Tim Seeley, he's doing some stuff with them. So they just keep getting bigger and bigger names. I mean, they got me, of course. So obviously, I paved the way for people to be like,
gotta have the Southard. There's no, you're not making it if you don't have
Louis. Yeah, it's always a good sign when I'm on the team. So I think that's a good sign of things to come. But they're an excellent service. They've been a dream to work with, and Jordan and Eric, they really run a smooth ship, and they've really been good to me over this entire thing. So I really appreciate everything they've been doing.
I just want everyone in the country. Wow. this is to the DJ's like, I'm wonderful. Tate, yes, he spelled weird. Nice. Aw. Listen, I'm telling you, he's my new favorite person. I'm assuming you're a dude. If you're not, let me know. But you are AI, so you could be anything, which is actually kind of fun. But you're my new favorite troll.
Individual.
I love it. Individual, troll, whatever. I don't know. You could be way more. You could be 50 different people. We don't know. Internet always changing. Cannot comment until the rewind. You mean comment. My brain just died like 2 minutes ago. I've been doing too much computer crap today. Okay. Hey John, how are you? Welcome back, Brian. How are you? Yeah, no, my brain just went bloop out of nowhere. But yes, thanks for everyone that's been showing up today. We're lovely. And also, I want to say kudos to Zoop as well, because they're starting to get more and more people on the platform. They've been having some very successful campaigns on there. But I also like it because it's a excellent way for people outside of the US to branch out elsewhere, because they print and ship it from Zoop themselves, right?
It depends on the campaign. I know that they do. I think if you have some campaigns are a lot smaller than others. So I think one would be, let's say one doesn't have, that's the wrong way to say it. Let's say one's a lower goal. Then that would be domestic, because then they cover all that. But I think if you have a international campaign, because some of them, I know they recently did one for a Conan Barry Windsor Smith collection.
Yes.
And that made it into the hundreds of thousands, which is nice, but it makes you wish. But that, I think they print in China, because then it's easier to ship internationally.
Oh, neat. That's interesting. Nice. That's cool to know.
No, but they do a lot of big campaigns, and they do a lot of interesting things. They just did a collaboration with Vault Comics, and that was really good.
Yeah, the first time I ever heard about it was last year, and it was when Marco had his campaign up, and because he was in Italy and he wanted to find a place that would be easier for him to get his stuff out worldwide, and he went with them. But they're doing a great job, and I see more and more people heading over there. But
I think
awesome.
Kickstarter can be a bit overcrowded. It seems like it's there's always something going on, and that's great. I like that it's something anyone can access. You know, like if you want to make your book, you will find an audience, or you can do it, and that's wonderful. Am I a bigger fan of like when like publishers use it? I don't, who's to say? But like I am always in support of the individual and the artist and the creator. I respect anyone who's very passionate in what they make. And with Zoop, it's a bit more curated. So like it's more like a traditional publisher where it is you have to submit your project for review. But like there are like it's the barrier of entry isn't that drastic, and it all kind of depends on your goals and like what you want to do. Like if I know there's somebody doing one recently where it's a lower number than normal, but that's somebody coming into it with very realistic expectations of like who they know will support their book, and they're gonna, you know, try to make it, try to do it. And sure enough, it's already pretty much funded. So like stuff like that is great.
Awesome. I love it when you follow a campaign, like when it kind of first starts and they start for a while and they kind of stay at the low end. And then like you see a bunch of people kind of rally towards it and it finally gets funded. And that's exciting to me. I love it when that happens.
Paul Cornell's shot up by like $10,000 in the span of like 5 days. Like that was so interesting to see, because like you think like, oh, it's not going to go, and then sure enough, bam, just shot right up. It was very incredible to see.
Okay, we'll take a minute to shut out more people in chat because the dude is like right outside, right there, running the mower. So, oh, AI can be a boy and girl at the same time. You know, hey, what's up, Spooky? How are you doing? And okay, my brain has just returned. I understand now. I get it. I get it. Haha. Yes. Thank you, Froggy. And nice spidery code. Nice. What's up, Joe? How you doing? And what else we got going on here? Okay. All right. He's going back that way again. Such an interesting.
You're gonna be like on edge this entire show. You're gonna keep one eye on the window, just making sure this guy isn't coming back.
When he goes and puts the lawnmower away, he's coming back with a weed whacker, so it's gonna get a little loud as hell. I might have to mute myself for a few minutes. That's okay. Then you could just roll with your pitch, your spiel. We could do that.
It's okay. I'm sure I could be louder than the lawnmower.
We could talk really loud and, you know, make a big old hoopla. Okay. Well, okay. CJ's got a big question for you.
Okay. Do they give you, as the creator, a discount if you purchase bulk books for yourself? I'm sure you would want some copies for shows and the like. Well, normally they do give you comp copies, right? But for this, given that there are, and that's for like the entire team, but given that this is so many people on the book, I had to forego that. And that included myself for the most part, because I didn't feel like that was fair. So for me, I just purchased what I wanted. Anything dealing with like excess copies, I've been speaking with Zoop about that directly. I know we are trying to arrange something for when it all comes out, because the book is 100% done. So it'll be printed in the fall. And I am pretty much we have an idea for something we could do to help promote it even further at that point, with some copies for fans or for new readers. But that is that it's not set in stone yet. But they're pretty good with it. But like I said, there are exceptions to every kind of campaign, and mine is definitely an anomaly compared to most other ones.
Yeah. Well, thank you for asking that, Journey, because I know a lot of people are not familiar with the Zoop. I know they mostly know like Fund My Comic, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo, but I'm actually really liking what Zoop has to offer. I browsed a bunch over the last year, like campaigns, and it's a really good place to get original art as well. A lot of the times, like you'll go on, then you find a campaign, they offer like full-on commissions, like larger ones, or they offer like all kinds of art, and that's what I love too about that, because I know a lot of people that like to collect art from the actual campaign, so it's cool that you get that tiers. Yeah,
a lot of campaigns they either run that they're selling pages from the book, or they either have artists from the book or peers and colleagues that are chipping in, and you could pay for commissions and stuff like that. So, like you said, it's a great way to find original art from a whole slew of different people.
Yeah, especially artists too that you're not really familiar with as well, but they still have an array of like really indie people and like the super experts that have been around for a long time. So I like that kind of mix of stuff. And you're right too, like some of the other major crowdfunding campaigns, your campaign sometimes can get overlooked because of the vast majority that's on there. Even when you go
Mhm.
to Kickstarter and you just start searching for like campaigns, it's hard to load up everything because there's just so many going. And then like you get to the bottom and then the rest you get confused if it's still active or it's ended or if it's coming soon type thing. But they have a lot of interesting ways to search on there that I like a
Well,
lot.
they
And
they
we
space it out in terms of their release. So, like,
yeah.
uh, they don't, because they don't want like one campaign to really overshadow another one.
Yeah.
Like there was an instance where I suggested a date and they said, "Oh, you could do that, but this campaign is also running on that day." And I'm like, "Well, I don't want to do that because that's not right to anyone really." And like I, so they kind of do weekly launches, which I really enjoy because it gives like a little bit of a spotlight, a little time to breathe. And if that campaign wasn't your cup of tea, then bam, you got a brand new one just a couple days later. So it's like it's consistently like refreshing thing. And I don't mean that it's nice and crisp on a warm summer's day. It's just like bam, there's always something new going on, and everyone has a shot, I think. But it's also like with any crowdfunding, it's also dependent on how much you promote, what you're willing to do to promote it, and how far you're willing to put yourself out there. So, and you gotta. Somebody was asking me because they were running a campaign on Kickstarter, like what to do, because I think it was their first campaign, and I was like, dude, I don't know. This is my first campaign, and I'm on the easy mode one. Like But what I will say is like the amount of effort. I think this is true no matter what. The amount of effort you're willing to put in is the amount of like stuff you'll see coming out of it. Because like you got to put yourself out there. You got to promote the book. And the one thing you should never. Somebody told me like, oh, I feel cringe like promoting my book or asking people to like help out. I'm like, never do that, because you're trying to like, you know, expand your brand and like share your book with a lot of different people. So like this was, you got to do it. You got to do it at the end of the day. And unfortunately, I love it. I love talking to people and talking about the projects and stuff like that. But I just love comics. So like, yeah, no, it's all an experience. I'll say that.
Okay, he left with the leaf blower. I can talk now. Letting you ramble on for a minute. We got way more people in the chat again. We got Steppo. What's up, Steppo? We have Sean. Hey, Sean.
Hello,
We have
hello,
Phil. What's up, Phil?
hello.
Okay, here's a question, which I'm going to let you talk about real quick. He wants to know, do they give you many printing options?
Depending on what you want to do with the campaign, you pretty much have any option under the sun. If you are like, oh, I really want this to be like a single issue of a book, you can do that. Or you can be like, I want a hardcover graphic novel. You could do that too. The only thing you'll have to take into account is obviously like the amount of money that will be taken away from the entire total to make those, because higher quality stuff costs more than let's say an average single issue or stuff like that. Obviously, you're doing wholesale buying so that's not the end of the world. But smaller campaigns, maybe more so. Larger campaigns, it depends. But yeah, it's really luckily they let you control how much you can do. And that I think is a pretty good dream for me. But I came at mine with a very lean campaign. I don't like overwhelming people with a lot of options. So I was like, I just want to make the book. Here's a digital version. Here's a regular trade paperback. Here's one variant, and then just like some bundles. And yeah, I just wanted to do lean and mean. That was my strategy. So yes, they do give you many printing options.
Perfect. And then Tate, yeah, this is very exciting. You had the foreword done by Mark Waid, and I read it, and it's such a cool thing, because if people are just hopping in here, your book is about comics are dying, but it's also like the history of comics. And I love what he talks about, and he basically essentially just says his experience in there, but comics are forever. They're great. They're gonna live on in infamy.
You know, I
But
wrote
yeah.
an afterword. I wrote the afterword. You're not saying anything about that. That's
Oh, maybe
you're
I'll
hurting
get
my.
to that. We didn't even discuss the rest of your book yet, okay?
No, I did some good too, but yeah, no, he was no, he was very nice. Him and I have talked for a little bit because when I was working on my book for Sumerian Comics, the Blackout Bombshell, I emailed him if he could provide a pull quote, and surprisingly, he said yes. So not only like am I going to take advantage of that, but I was like, okay, I'm a nerd. Like I want to ask him like a bunch of questions about Shazam and World's Finest right now, because those are like two of my favorite DC books. I love like those vintage kind of throwback books. So I asked him about. I'll tell you. I'll tell the chat. I asked him if the Charlton characters were ever going to pop up because
Oh.
they're like my favorites. I love Nightshade and Blue Beetle and Peacemaker and stuff like that. And then yeah, but so when this popped around, I knew it was right up his alley. So I sent him the idea. I asked him if he could do it, and sure enough, he was kind enough to do it. He fit it into his schedule because he was like in the midst of writing all those absolute power books that are coming out really soon for DC. So like it was very nice of him to do that.
That's awesome. You got Mark on this campaign, and then I remember last time you were on, you were so super geeked when you had Bill Sienkiewicz do the cover for Blackout.
Yes.
Look at you getting all these artists and stuff. And
I love a big name.
I know. Come on, you're doing great. And if you guys don't know, so this book is so interesting, and it's very unique in that each page tells a different story and a different history behind the comic. So might be one or two kind of full spreads, but each page and each story is a different artist. You're writing it, but each one is a different artist, and I love the massive array of just different art styles in it, but when you're reading it, it feels cohesive, like it's meant to be together.
That's history for you.
And I think that is so awesome. That's so cool. And I love that you keep putting out calls for like artists, writers, and stuff. You're constantly doing that, and you're constantly looking for new people to work with all the time. And I love that you did this for this book, because I know Sean is in here. I know Sean, and I know a couple of the other artists that are in here. But I love that you are actively seeking out anyone that will send you stuff, and you'll review their stuff and go over it. But kudos to you for doing that, because you're getting a lot of people.
Well, like this was inspired very much around the tail end of 2023, and it was another Comics Are Dying. That's how this started. Honestly, it was another Comics Are Dying conversation, and I love comics. It's like my. Are we past 10 minutes? Can I swear now? I know you
could have been swearing this whole time, damn it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I fucking love comics. And they're my favorite thing in the whole wide world. It's what I feel like I was like, meant to do in this life. And I like around then a lot of people are doing a lot of talk, but nobody's actually doing anything. And I just like the idea of like making a book. I always had the idea of a book with like a bunch of people doing a different page, and it's like one consistent story. And so like the theme of like the comics industry starting from like 1842 to basically the modern day is like that was it. And we cover every type of genre you can think of. In terms of superheroes, we do the golden age, from like Marvel bullpen to 90s Image Extreme, and the art certainly reflects that. And then we do other stuff like underground, we do web comics, we do Funny Animal and like comic strips and like the proto comics of the Platinum Age. So we really dug in, and I was so happy to like get so many people involved, because not only do we have like some industry pros in there or people working right now for like what is it, like the big two or whatever, we also have people who are doing like their first ever book. Like this is their big gig, because we got a lot of help when we put out some work calls for the Joe Kubert School in Dover, New Jersey, and we did the Savannah College of Art and Design. A lot of their staffs and a lot of their students supported the book, and I really like that. That was like a really great thing.
Yeah.
So like we gave over 100 people a job, And
You
for some
did.
people, it was their first job.
That's
And
amazing.
that to me, like, that's giving back to the comics industry. That's giving back to support the people making the stuff that we all want to read and like make. And we want to love art. We want to appreciate art. We want to appreciate comics. So this was me just wanting to make something happen. I put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. And
Yeah,
I was very happy about that.
And no, I absolutely adore that you are reaching out to you're giving pretty much anybody a chance. But I see you on Twitter, I see you on Instagram all the time, saying, "Hey, send me your stuff. I'll look at it. Whatever.
I'm
See if it's
always
right."
hiring. I'm always working on
Always,
something.
yeah. And Timothy popped in here and actually had that question. He goes, "You need people to send you stuff. By all means, send him stuff." Yeah. Hold on. Okay, we got a lot of more chatters in here. We were talking for a minute, so let me highlight this for a second. Yes. So they have a couple of the sites that you can go to for the campaigns. Even you could sit there for like 10 minutes and put in your criteria for your searches. When you get down to like however many rows it is, it then cycles in and puts ended stuff in there. Like, it's just random at times. Even if you put like only active, it's very weird. Like, that's something that they need to kind of work on more, because they have like a way to do like under 1,000 or whatever, like goal wise, but they don't have there's a couple things they should add to it so you could make your search better. Even if you go to like the advanced options, it's still kind of wonky.
I really admire anyone doing a Kickstarter, because like I know I was joking about it, but me personally, I find that to be such an overwhelming concept. So like the fact that there are so many people doing it, like that is a sign of passion and determination. So like I respect the hell out of it, and better creators than I are definitely doing some killer stuff there. And like I said, I'm not too crazy when like a bigger institution shows up and it's like, hey, here's this very known IP. Does anybody want this? And it's like, oh gee, I don't know. But then like that to me doesn't feel. It doesn't. I obviously, free market, do whatever the hell you want. But I always want to support the individual. I want to support somebody doing it for love and doing it for passion. So like those are the campaigns I try to support and look after and shout out.
All the time. I tell people this every single time somebody comes on here. The person that's going to sell your book is you.
Yeah.
The more passionate you are about your project, the more passionate you are about the people working for you, whatever, that's going to make the people that are watching my show, anybody else's show, want to back your thing. Yes, it's about the book and the art and all that stuff as well. But seriously, I've had people back campaigns just because of how someone talked about their project.
Mm-hmm.
And that is huge. And I give massive, massive, massive props to all the indie people that are doing this themselves, start to finish. They're doing it themselves. They're going out here. They're doing all these interviews. They're doing the crowdfunding campaigns. Sometimes, hell, they launch one right after another on every site possible just so that they can go out there and find more people that will reach out and get their books. They are constantly hustling. And I give you guys massive, massive, massive props for that, because that's so difficult. Yeah,
it's a grind. And I'm always I always find it amazing when people. I think that's a good way to launch a campaign that's not going to go very well if you just expect people. And that's like with anything, even if you're like a regular published book or like you. And I learned this the hard way when I first started into comics. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make my first book, and it's gonna be an overnight sensation, like, and it's gonna be great. And not only did it like never come out, it got canceled like right away. So like that was a very humbling thing. But a lot of people, like, even time after time, like go into it being like, I'm gonna put it out and everyone will flock to it because it's that great of an idea and I won't have to shout it out. But I'm like, no, my friend. No, you gotta do it. You gotta knock on doors. You gotta tell people. Like even myself for this thing, like I like reached out to a bunch of comic shops to send emails being like, hey, we're doing this thing, we're doing that, because I also wanted to support brick and mortar shops, and just being like, let's do that. Or like meeting with, now that I'm back in the States or even back in where I live, I visit the local shops around me to talk about it. And like, that's really good. Or I get people on the team. Like I said, there are some people live around the same area. Like a lot of the people at the Kubert School or the Savannah School, they're right there. And some of them are like going to the shops around them saying, hey, well, if you get this book, we'll all come and like do signings and stuff. So it's like, you know, it's a big team effort. And it's like, I'm glad that it's not just me with all the enthusiasm. Thank you, Tate. I'm glad it's not just me, but also, like I said, there's a lot of people. It's the first thing. It's like the biggest thing. And that's knowing how hard it was for me to get into it. I am thrilled that like I can be the one to help people get a credit or like get into the, like, you know, fill out their thing saying like, I worked on this project or I got this job and like I helped make this comic. Like that to me is the ultimate way to give back. Like I've put my foot in the door. Now I can hold it just slightly a bit more for people to like crawl under me to join me. And I think that's really good.
Definitely. Oh, I was saving some questions in here and I was kind of reading in chat, but
okay, hit me.
Timothy Olsen, you need to put this in your book.
That's a quote.
Yeah,
that's a quote.
That's a quote. Yeah, that's
my
a quote.
Tombstone. That's my tombstone. Right there.
And Steppo, yeah, I'll be getting to the campaign page very soon that we could see some art and stuff because there's so many cool styles in this. And I think you would kind of enjoy it because it is literally the history of comics in different artists' perspective. It's really neat. And yeah, I know how much of it is funny, and I know how much of a massive collector you are. But yeah, I'll get to that very soon. I got way more questions. I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I know. There's a lot of people chatting, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up.
I used to fucking love comics, but not love reminiscing nowadays. I would say comics are always different, and I can agree comics aren't the same as what they used to be. And I would say that to anyone, like there are plenty of people making plenty of different types of comics, and even if they're not mainstream, they're still fucking making them. So like you can support those people doing their thing. Like this was an impossible book to get off the ground, and yet here it is. So like we found that it happened. So like
it did happen, yeah.
There's still plenty of options for everyone, which I think, if anything, now's the easiest time to make a comic or to find like your comic, if that makes sense. So like I think that's great.
Yeah, we have a I bookmarked a bunch of things, but yeah, but there's a lot of indie creators in the chat right now, so they're in here.
Don't get too I'm just waiting for when I have the actual physical copy. Then I'm gonna do unspeakable things.
We came up with an amazing thing pre-show. And let me tell you, that completely fits in. That completely fits in with that. But no, I'm not going to put that out there. That's gold. That's gold, baby.
No. Yeah, okay. That's an after the hours thing. We'll talk about that. Well, we need to find investors. Okay, we need to get people to get it going.
Yes, exactly.
Agreed.
Yes, you are super hustling. Yeah, I've had Timothy on.
I can feel this guy's vibes. I know he's hustling, he's grinding, he's doing his best right now.
Yeah, he's already dropping things. Look at he's already in here. He's already in here. I know, it's great.
Heck yeah. Oh, thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that. But if you look at my career, I've always been very proud of any of my comics. So, like I said, I'm not in this for the fame and glory that is comics. I'm in this because I love it, and it's been mean to me. It's spat me back out. It's chewed me up and spat me back out. But it's the partner I keep running back to. I love it.
Yeah. They're fairly recent. How long has Kickstarter been around? Like 10 years ish? Probably. I don't campaign know. Crowdfunding stuff, like about 10 years, probably. It's fairly newer.
I couldn't tell you.
Yes, stunning pages. I'm gonna go open that page in a second, but let me get to this last comment here, and then I'll go back to a couple of the star thingies. Yeah, see, I told you.
That's great. Yeah. You know what? I love that when you go to a comic shop. I find that a lot in New Jersey. They'll be selling like the stuff you expect. But I've encountered it, especially a lot more recently, like they'll be selling books from local creators, like just single issues, doing old school, like Ninja Turtle style. Like, and I always buy those when I see them because it's just like, oh, hell yeah. You just love to see it.
Oh, it's my favorite thing. And the shop that I call him out right now, Sean, he used to work at way back in the day. They have a massive selection of local indie artists because we have one of the best where he went to school. So did Maya. That's actually where they met, I believe. CCS down. Well, it's still called CCS. They keep changing the name of it, but yeah, they have a massive art college downtown Detroit.
Oh wow!
And
I know
yeah, it's
one of
amazing.
my local comic shops, Fat Moose Comics and Games. They have
Oh
like a
my
little
god, that's the best name.
yeah, they have a little display up front, and anytime I don't pop in there as much as I like because it's a bit of a drive. But anytime I go in there, I always grab a couple from the display because I know that the manager running it is in contact with those people and supporting those people. So it's all like goes directly to them. So I think that's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah, okay, so these are the last 3 that I started. Then I'm going to go to the campaign.
In a way,
It's a lot.
I'm not sure what people know what to do or can agree on. Because on one side, you have folks gatekeeping the industry. Then you have those who want to push it forward and keep it alive. Well, it depends. That depends on what you like. I don't know if I'm the right person to answer that. But gatekeeping, I don't. Any type of fandom, any type of thing, there are going to be people that don't want you to come in. Even me, like even now when I'm like doing my thing, people aren't happy about it. Sometimes I have people who've been like telling me like, "Oh, you like sending me like direct things, upset that I'm even in the industry." But for me, I like, oh no, don't worry about it. Like for me, I don't. I think people, if you want to make a comic, there's no real obstacle other than yourself. Like there may be people telling you you can't do it, it's not going to happen, or like it's your thing's not going to work out. Then you have to be like, well, fuck you, like stop me. So then, like, what are you going to do about it? And the real answer is there's nothing anyone can do about it. If you like comics, if you want to make a comic, if you believe in what you're doing, you just got to ride that. And I think anyone with whatever you're making, you'll find your audience or you'll make it. So like that's what you got to do.
I'm gonna tell you right now, one of my favorite series art people of all times are super underground artists, and they come here all the time. I know they're local. They're the Ghost Bustas. It's amazing. They print their stuff themselves on computer paper and they sell it for $1. It's all black and white.
That
They sell each individual thing for $1, and then you can get a whole wad of them for like $8. And I grab their stuff every single time I go to their thing because they're funny stories. The art is amazing, and you can't beat $1. And they self-printing themselves on computer paper, just and then folding it in half to make their books. But it's been some of my favorite reads of all time.
I think self-publishing is like I had to do that for a while. Like I think that is there's no shame in that. And at the end of the day, you can look at it and be like, I made this, and nobody can take that away from you. Like I made this thing, I committed to it, it's there, it exists, and like that's plenty. And there are plenty of people who started self-publishing that got their books like picked up later on, or like it really took off. Like I just said earlier, Ninja Turtles was one.
Oh yeah.
For you think okay, no, I'll wait for that.
Yeah, I was gonna highlight that one. You see it. Yeah.
No, definitely age is a factor. But I don't believe age is a number. I make the stuff I make and people like it. So and at the end of the day, yeah. And I cannot. No. I 100% agree. There are plenty of people. It's like I've been working in this fucking place for God knows how long, and this guy shows up and he could just do it. But like,
it happens everywhere because there are people on YouTube that have been around for like 10, 15 years, and then us newbies come in like we've even been around like an hour.
I saw a fella.
It happens all the time.
I saw a fella who's been like doing comics for comics. What is it? YouTube for a long time. They have like around 100,000 subscribers, and like let's say 10 years doing it. And then there's this guy. I could shout him out. His name is Matt with like 3 or 4 T's, and he makes hundreds of thousands of like views, and he's only been around for like a couple of months. And it's just like, how did this happen? How did you do that?
technology is weird and wonderful that way, but you could go live like today and have 0 people in your stream, but you could go live tomorrow and have 100 people. It's crazy. And then I don't know, but yeah, no, shout that dude out because he's obviously hustling if he's got all those people in his stream. Question.
Okay,
Do you support the Kevin Smith shop in New Jersey? And then Michael's like, I support the Secret Stash.
I've been there when I was 12 or 11. I only one time, and that was the only time. And I remember that was the first time. I remember exactly what I bought. I bought a collected edition of The Killing Joke, and that was it. So I really don't know how the store's doing, but it's definitely more of a Kevin Smith commodity shop than a comic shop.
Yeah. Ming comes here a lot for one of the Comic Cons that we have. He's always running around talking comics and stuff. He's a cool dude. Sorry.
Another Jersey. Yeah, like Bruce Springsteen.
oh man. You know, networking. Most of the people in here stream that are in here right now, or they're creators themselves, but they're just hanging in here for whatever the hell reason. I don't know. There's also a whole bunch of people on Twitter that are just in our stream, just chilling. But I don't know how it works or why it doesn't work, but the chat doesn't let you chat or whatever. But there's just a whole ton of people just rocking and just in Twitter watching this crap. So thank you for doing that. But honestly,
I would say for like the YouTube code, like somebody else said, like luck is part of it. That's definitely it. Like you see a lot of things. You just make one like video, and like that's the thing that explodes, and then boom, you're done. So never give up.
He's also from Jersey. This is where he started along. He's going to New York City for comic shots. That's wild. You might have run into a CJ because he's in there all the time running stuff.
Did Kevin Smith rip you off on that Killing? No, I got retail. I'm pretty sure I got retail, but I don't have my receipt.
Exactly. The expertise is what did it. That's what's bringing him in here. Hold on. There's something else I wanted to read in here. Okay. The last comic that you read was the first 100 issues of original. Wow.
But the fourth word.
Oh, dude. I'm telling you right now, I've been having so much more fun going back and back issues and pulling out crazy action and adventure comics from like the 60s and 70s because the ads and the weird clothing that they had of the time are my favorite thing. I don't even care about the story. The story's always ridiculous. There's always like some gorilla running around and stuff, but the ads are amazing. You can't make this crap up. The stuff that they're trying to sell the children in these comics is fantastic.
Wait, don't leave this Fantastic Four thing. I got 2 things I want to say about this. One thing was I keep every time there's this Fantastic Four comic that's haunting me at this point. Every time I go to it's happened more times I could think of. I go to a comic shop and there's a long box of Fantastic Four comics, and I like every time the first one I see is the Fantastic Four fight a villain called Gore the Golden Gorilla. And I bumped into it like, I don't know how many times at this point, and I just feel like I have to buy this at some point. Like you
have to now. That's what's happening. You got to do it.
The other thing about the Fantastic Four, I was I bought like one of the Epic collections about like the first 15 something issues. Okay. And I was reading it like, I think maybe Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were trying to do that the thing was like the Hulk, where whenever he got angry, he became the rock monster, because there was like so many like instances where he becomes human in those first early issues, and then when he gets mad, he becomes Rocky again. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they were doing that there, but then they thought he was more interesting as a rock man, which he is. So, that's a nerdy moment for you.
Nerdy moment, yeah, for all of us. We can do that. But what's up, Brandon? Hey, how you doing? Okay, there's a lot of good questions in here. I'm going to skip down to this one from Sean about the campaign, actually. Then I will pull up the campaign, and I start a bunch of people's stuff, so I'll go back to that later, because I want... The 2 of us can chat, let me tell you. It's almost been an hour. You haven't even gone to your page yet. Sean wants to know, is there a way to get a copy after that campaign? I think it ends before he gets paid next time.
I think that after they're printed and everything, there will be excess copies that Zoop will sell. and they'll drop it around the time everything's being shipped. So that will be like the last and only way to get yourself a copy. So definitely no shame in not supporting the campaign right now. Definitely, if you like the campaign, if you like the sound of it, there might be another chance later down the line, but it will be a very limited quantity.
Ooh. Okay.
So it'll be first come, first serve.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Because yes. So yes, look out for that. Also, yes. You make your luck. That's because CJ said something out here about making your luck, but yes,
I agree.
Also true. Yeah,
I agree. I'll tell a personal anecdote, not to keep rambling about things, but when I did like my first ever Philly Fan Expo last year, and I like you had a setup time was like around 4. Setup time was around 4, and I showed up 4 on the dot with my stuff, and I was the only person there. And I talked to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, here's your table," and I'm like, "That table's terrible." I actually said that, and then he's like, "Oh well, there is a better table right over here. Like you're the first guy here. If you want, you can have that one." And I was like, "Yes, please." So like I think like that person was saying, like being on time and like working and making sure like don't settle for what you're getting. Like sometimes all it takes is just like being in the right place in the right time. And sure enough, bam, there you go.
Okay. And then Psych here is talking about shops that have closed. Yeah, there's been a lot of shops that have closed, but also here we have a ton of them are opening. There's a bunch. Like I could literally go to 15 shops within a 20-mile radius, like right here. They're like all over the place, but it's not for everybody. Yeah.
Psychedelic is wrong though, because St. Mark's isn't where it used to be, and I remember where it used to be.
Oh,
it was on St. Mark's. But it's now in Brooklyn, so they moved it. The name's still the same, but it's reopened by the same people. I used to love that shop. I love St. Mark's. Another ramble, and then we got to keep this show going. But like, there was this bar that I maybe I didn't frequent when I was underage, and it was a bar that like you could get 10 shots for like $6. And it was one level in New York. The line was always wrapped around the block. It was the best place on earth. They've blown it up now, and now it's condos. So like every time I look at that, I'm disgusted and upset. Whenever I'm back in New York.
Bye, John. Thanks for
coming.
Goodbye,
John. Thank you for watching.
You guys later. Okay, Sean asking one last question. It ends in 6 days. Is that next Thursday by chance?
Yes. I believe it is ending May 3rd, if that's correct.
Just says it just says 6 days, but it doesn't give you an actual like thingy.
I think it's May 2nd or 3rd. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says 6 days. I'm not sure. Timeline? Let me see timeline if that's anything in there. No. Yeah, so that's the one thing I wish Zoop would do, because there's a couple other like places that do it. What happened?
Oh, wait a minute. I know what to look up here.
Okay, you look that up.
What the hell was that? I think it was like, okay.
Is this the end? No, we're just getting started. It's been an hour. We're getting started. So yeah,
we just talk too much.
We talk too much. I'm telling you. Yeah. No. Oh man. I was going to invite Sean on here. We would have been a giggly schoolgirl.
Oh no, that would have been too much.
I know. It's amazing. Okay. All right. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's May 3rd.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh, is my
what do they have to do?
Why is this not working?
It was wait. What are you trying to show? You trying to show something? I don't see anything.
No, I was trying to find the date, but I believe it's May 2nd. My computer froze on me for 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh no, it's crashed.
Oh no. Also, yes, that's the one thing I really enjoy about Kickstarter is they actually have the date and the time on their thing. It'll tell you that. Indiegogo and a couple other ones don't even do that. They're just like,
why do you need to know the end when you can just buy a copy right now? That's my solution. And then you have it secured forever.
True. But hey, some people end their things on like a Tuesday, and it's like you could have just waited till like Saturday. But
I agree with Psychedelic. St. Mark's isn't what it used to be.
Aw, that's a shame. when that happens. Okay. We're gonna go in this area, and I'm gonna go
Okay.
like this, and I'm actually gonna go to your campaign page. I know
Let's see
people
it.
have waited an hour. I'm sorry. We are super chatty. So look at this. This is awesome. You have 264 people that have already backed this.
Yes.
For your first campaign, that is amazing. That is
Oh, thank
awesome. And you are probably going to nail the 10K or plus mark before this thing ends in 6 whatever days. But look at this. This is great. You're kicking so much ass right now. This is great.
you. Well,
And
thank
I
you.
love your tiers are great too. So that's awesome. So we can go over that right now because there's a whole bunch. 265. Hey.
Hey, thank
There
you.
you go. Yes. Okay. What do you say? I say this like, yes, listen. If you back as many campaigns as I have, or you are in where you're actually going to talk to the creators, it feels like you're part of this because you've been doing this for so long. And like, I know a lot of ins and outs of a lot of this crap, which I never thought in a million years I'd learn any of this stuff. But like you do an awesome job as well. So, way to go, Sean. It's amazing when people like continuously support comics or like creators or give indie people a chance. So I'm going to give a shout out to anybody that ever does that because, you got to do that. Okay. There's preview pages down below what we'll get to, but let's go over your tiers since this is the first thing up here. Okay. And these are, okay, so if you back Kickstarter, you pick a tier and then you could add add-ons later. And it's also kind of a little bit more difficult to add stuff on if you want to change your pledge. This, like Fund My Comic and Indiegogo, you basically add it to your cart and check out. So if you want more than one of these, you can add it to your cart and then check out. So that's the only difference. So if people are familiar with backing Kickstarter, you could add extra things on here and then just fully check out instead of having to figure out how to add something else. So that I really like on other platforms is really neat. So you have $12 for a digital copy. And this is how many total pages? It's 120 pages.
That's a lie. I had to put that there. It's more than 120 pages. So that's
you're a sneaky little shit.
That's not sneaky at all. That's a gift.
That is a gift. Yes. Oh, good question. Since you are not usually in the Jersey area, are you going to be doing any signings in this area?
I do like to, I did this when I was in New York a couple days ago. I normally pop into stores and sign any back issues of mine that they have.
Oh, snap.
But in terms of signings, I don't have this. This isn't coming out till the autumn, and any other book I'm working on doesn't come out until either later this year or early next year. So I will not be doing any traditional signings. I know in May or next month I'll be at London MCM selling my wares in Artist Alley. Yeah. And then I will be, the other confirmed one is I will be at Harrogate Thought Bubble Convention in November. So those are my two confirmed street dates for the year.
Yes, because if you don't know, you usually overseas normally.
I'm normally eating tea and crumpets, but now I'm back.
Crumpets and ratatouille. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, I sign in New Jersey too. I pop into Zap Comics and Fat Moose. There was funny books, and I did try at Ray and Judy's, but they did not carry any of my books.
Oh well, boo to them.
I don't mind that. Stuff. Yeah. I don't care. It's like I always think like, who am I? if you have it, like that's great, and I go nuts. So, but if you don't have it, no shame. Oh, and thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Let me tell you, English is hard. Words are hard. I keep screwing up your name because you told me somebody screwed up your name before, and I keep screwing it up. But in my head, I'm like Louis. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Psychedelics Red. I nearly drove into a left lane the other day, but I caught myself in the last minute. I'm like, wrong place, and then I'm back. I'm right back. I locked
roundabouts are terrible as well. They've noticed that recently, but they've been putting way more of those over here, and people don't know how to use them.
I still don't know how to use them. I feel like I'm going to be trapped in it forever.
Yeah, like Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
The European vacation just going around in a circle. Okay, get back to this because damn it, we need to get to your campaign. Yes.
Okay. I'll shut up.
That's okay. You can keep whatever over time. It's fine. You know. All right. Like I said, over 120 pages. Haha. That's a sweet deal for 120 over 120 pages of cool art. Let me tell you. And I like that it has like old school, but also modern vibe to it, and like everything in between over the last like century of comics, which has been amazing. So $12 digital, $23 for cover A. Nice. That's very cool. And that's a soft cover. And that one's Sean, the homie. Dude, I love what he's been doing with going back to like the weirdo like 60s-ish vibes with like they have like the Liechtenstein kind of like feel to comics. And I love that he's been creating all kinds of stuff and doing things like that because it's kind of a lost art form. And I like that he's kind of bringing it back. It's pretty dope.
He's part of that whole Shape Comics outfit, and their whole dedication is all about retro comics, which I love. So like,
yeah,
and Sean has a very Ditko, I feel, inspired kind of art design, except his is 10 times more detailed than Ditko because he's doing a book about fencing or cheerleaders, and like at a prep school, and that is so detailed. He's doing such a good job with that one.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's really cool. I like what he does. I picked up dude, Peppermint Desert. That's amazing. His book. And then let's see, he had that Chainsaw Man printout, which was also done in like the old school feel to it, which I had to grab that. It was really awesome. So this is Sean's cover for $23, the soft cover. Then you have a Zoop exclusive variant cover. Ooh. And I like that it's got the mix of the different art styles on there. That's awesome. That's $25. Is this including shipping or shipping separate?
Shipping is separate.
Okay. Not bad though. That's awesome. If you want both books, you're getting a deal. You get 45. Nice. Look at that. The I Need It package. Oh, snap. Everybody needs a good package sometimes. You get both versions of the physical book, the PDF, and the poster. Oh, the poster is cool. It's got a different art style on it. Nice. And for $50, you get a retailer exclusive bundle. Wow, that's awesome. How are you going to get in here? You get 5 soft covers. And can be a selection of either cover. Wow, that's awesome for $50. Oh, that's sweet. I myself am partial to picking up the retailer bundles. I know a lot of people you have to prove that you're a store or whatever, but I think they're amazing for streams. In this kind of stuff because I always grab retailer bundles when I can because I'll do giveaways later on.
Okay.
For those books, and I love doing that. So, yes, that is what she said. Yes. And then down here, if you just want to tip, booyah, you can just tip. And then you got some add-ons, $20 for the poster. That looks like a large, interesting poster. It's an A3 sized. Yeah, that's nice.
That is.
There's your artist from cover
Midnight.
Artist. Midnight.
She's doing Julianne Griep. She's doing another page. She did the poster, and she's done a page in the book. She did the page inspired by Neil Gaiman's The Sandman.
Oh, nice! I really love her art style. It's so pretty. She rocked those covers. Yeah, she rocked those covers. And I loved. I grabbed all of her covers that she did for your Midnight Western. Good stuff. And the book tells you more about the book and tells you more about you. Boo. Look at this. Bam. Yeah.
Show them the pages. Here. They need to see the pages.
I know. Wait, hold on. Can I open image, copy image, save image? All right. Okay.
Thank you. Let's zoom in.
We're about to try doing this. But let me tell you right now, this goes to any campaign site. I'll smack you guys. If you have an image out here, you should be able to click it to highlight this to make it larger. Every freaking time I try to do this. This is
I didn't design the website. So
I know you did it, but I'm telling you, if you campaign people, I don't care what site you're from, are doing this, remember, people are streaming this to show off your thing. So, hey, get your little coding out and be like, boop, blop, okay? Come on. You can just sell way more, billions more things. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a million times.
Okay.
Let's see how bad this is gonna funk this up. Okay, wow, you can look at that. I don't know how this is looking, guys. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, how is this? This looks all right.
That'll do. That'll do.
It'll do. And I can't move it over either, so you're stuck with this view. So there we go. But no, this is awesome. You got some of the interior pages here, and you could tell the difference because each one's a different story. It'll tell you like the future, what year they've been in, what's going on. Like this one's from 1934. That one's in the future of 2437. But look at the art style. It gives you those vibes, especially depending on what era you're in. It gives you the vibes of that era. And I like that if you look at it, it looks like crinkly old newspaper, like how they would print it back in the day. Like it's not super saturated in some of the stuff. Like
not every page.
Boom.
Not every page is like the first one on the left. That one is inspired. That one's our Buck Rogers page, but you can tell that's done in a modern style. Funnily enough, the book is like what is how do you? There are a lot of unofficial two-parters in it. So that one is a part 1, and part 2 is the heavy metal inspired page. So like there's a lot of like overarching stories across from it, while each one also works as like a functioning one-page comic. And then the next one right next to it, that one's Flash Gordon. But that one we made sure to tell in like a retro thing. So it all depended on like the core idea of the script of what would best like represent it, or like what was the best idea I had to rock for that one, for like fun fact or whatever.
Yeah. And Sean is saying these pages are what sold you. Perfect. You're going to love it.
I'll shout out the artists. The one on the left is by Juan, I think it's Juan Samu. And then the guy on the right is Travis Himmel.
Lovely. And Timothy, what about the year 69? I'm going to tell you right now, sequel comics are the future. They go way out into the future and predict what comics are
still dying.
Like comics are still dying. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, check out these pages. They're so cool. So this one is like 1941, and this one's the 1950s. But look, that's so cool. I love. One of my favorite things is like sci-fi, and I love constellation covers or galaxy covers. And this artist nailed it. I call everybody dude. So
the guy on the left was by Jacob Edgar. The right was Nick Prokovich, I believe is how you say his name. The one on the left is about like the first ever super team, which is the JSA, and the right is all about like 1950s science hero comics. So
awesome.
Yeah, no, what better way to encapsulate the space age than that? That's so good.
Phenomenal. I love it. So good. And I love the little snippets that you have in here. Well, you wrote these, but the little snippets that you have in here that tells you a little bit about the date, the time, what was going on, all that stuff. I had such a pleasure reading this when I was in here. Oh, okay. But yeah, see, like when you go back in time sometimes, it's like, kind of a little bit of grainy. Or like you have like in here, like that to me just screams like 90s, but it's also very futuristic. And I like that you guys have that mix of art in here. And like I said earlier, like each individual page or spread is completely different, but it all works when you put it together. And it's like, this is awesome. And it keeps your attention throughout the whole book. And it's great.
Constantly changing. So like, I think that's all of this is about learning, right? At the end of the day, it's about like the whole history of comics. And I think like, there's no reason why learning can't be fun or told in an at least visually interesting or just plain old interesting way. So like with this, like it will make you laugh and it'll make you smile. And you're almost like not really knowing that you are learning at the same time because you're getting so caught up in the thing. Because like this one was just like a beautiful double page splash all about the Comics Code Authority when that pretty much ruined comics in the 50s. So like that one, we figured we'd do like a whole Frederick Wortham rally. Everyone's going nuts about that. So that's that was good fun. That one's by Lyndon Cahill. They're a fantastic artist. I love working with them.
I love that you know each individual page and who did the art. So
that means I made the book. I made the book and I was paying.
That means you also paid attention and you know what you're talking about. So boom. Also, Tate. Well, there you go. In the comics are super still dying edition, you could have different planets in their view on comics and how that works. There you go. Boom. I just gave you 3 different sequels to this book. Yeah.
If you ever have a 5-year anniversary of creating comics, you need something on your books that says blank comics been dying since blank.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm so sick and tired of talking about AI, but I will ask this question because this is a unique question. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
I know. Get your AI thinking caps on. Let's go. Okay. Where do you feel AI would stand in the history of comics? In the trash.
It doesn't stand at all.
Except for like, comment, and subscribe. You're allowed in here anytime.
It doesn't stand at all because I would much rather collaborate with another human being that's putting their as much effort as they can into making the best product that they can make. So yeah, no, I am. Yeah. This whole book is also probably the most anti-AI thing I could think of because it was all about working with people and wanting to support people.
100 plus people.
100 plus people, like to support them as creators and to support their arts that they've spent their whole lives trying to perfect. So that's what I.
Yes, hashtag that. That could be our hashtag for this round.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that could be our hashtag. Yes, good answer. Perfect. Yes. Also, the one thing that AI doesn't have is the absolute struggle and freak out that the artists go over trying to finish a piece. You do not get that with AI. And that's some of my favorite things when I watch people do live streaming.
Desperation leads to the best art imaginable.
The walking mistakes is what happens every single time.
I think AI would lead to the termination. I think
Terminator of comics, maybe.
I think I don't think it would end comics. I don't think it's, but I think I am very against automation of jobs that don't really have to be automated. When I would much rather go to a store where there's somebody working there and because what's the point of going to a place with just automated checkout and there's also a clerk there doing nothing? I would always much rather interact with the clerk. I love human interaction, which, as you can tell, I love talking. I love meeting people and doing stuff. And I think life becomes really soulless and boring when you just remove that entirely.
You are already lazy. So the thing about that, too, is no matter how much technology or self thingies that you have, if you scan a coupon, you still have to have a supervisor come and scan and allow your coupon to go through. There's always a need for somebody else besides the machine to make sure it's doing it right.
Or if you're buying a bottle of liquor and then somebody needs to come over to verify your age and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's you're creating more problems for yourself.
And you're actually creating more time because you're making someone stand there because they just be working. And
do you like Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I love, that's a good show. They freak out about stuff.
Have you seen Dennis Takes a Mental Health Day?
I have, but I don't remember any of it. I just remember it being bonkers.
No, it's just a whole episode about how automation just makes life more and more complicated instead of why don't we just do it the easy way that we used to do it? It's no, it's better now. I'm is it though? So yeah.
I think a lot of people are getting rid of self-checkouts because they realize that more people are stealing from them.
That's true. That is also
true. That is true. That's actually been happening. And okay.
I hate it. Prompts will make beautiful art. Fair enough.
You're going to make the most beautiful Star Trek vacuuming comics with your AI art, and I can't wait to see it, Aggie. You're the one person that I will allow to make some weirdo thing with AI. But
I making dumb images with AI. I made a Kermit the Frog in Vietnam image with AI. But that's nice. Just to send as a meme.
Oh, okay. Memes, hey, that's a different story. That's bizarre weirdo stuff.
Are we anti-meme here?
No, we are full meme. Are you kidding me? We support the trolls. Let's go. But I gotta say, all of my creative software, I don't care if it's from Adobe. I don't even care if it's from StreamYard or whatever. They want you to click on something and just have AI do it.
Yeah,
I want to do it. I want to
no.
make it. I like getting creative. I like that my skills improve when I make better thumbnails. I like it when my skills improve when I figure out how to do cheesier MS Paint art. I want to do it myself. Like, I don't want somebody to automatically do it for you. I want to learn. I want to fuck it up. I want to make it all stupid, you know, because I feel better about myself when I see something completed, when I do it myself. And that's the thing that you miss when you do something just with AI. That's, you know, there we go. But yes, you're welcome, Aggie. Yeah. Okay. Enough about AI.
Back on program. Back on program.
Back on track. Back on track. Yes. Okay. Lovely spread here. Oh, wow. Her part is straight on point. Look at this. Boom. That's fantastic. But here we go. Here's some lovely colors. I like that you also mimicking like the yellowed pages as well.
That one's by Frederick Hornan, and that's all about Jack Kirby Cosmic and Marvel. So he nailed it. That guy's great. He's an awesome guy as well. And the one on the right is all about the death of real. That's an exaggerated or embellished interpretation of Stan Lee's story of how Gwen Stacy ended up dying. So, like, that's based on a real thing. Yeah, that one's by Vince Underwood.
we talked about this backstage, but was he looking at the Stan Lee pinup when he made this? Because look at how saucy he looks here. Oh, hey, got some chest hair and everything. Look at that, saucy. Good times, good times. Way to go, art guy. Whoa. Okay, what does it say? No one been made a big deal about when the same tech made us.
Listen, I'll say this. I'm not trying to, where everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not trying to shame you. If anything, it's inspiring for you to be creative and for you to do stuff. You're actually doing something. So, like, that's better than people doing nothing at all. So, like,
yes.
I think that's good. Anyone with a big imagination doing stuff that makes them happy. How am I to frown on that?
Okay, do whatever it is you got to do. If you like doing it, do it. That's all I gotta say. Just bam.
And then that one's a double page spread by David Hahn, and that one's all about Mobius art. So,
nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy to work with. I worked with him on Midnight Western Theater, and he always wanted to do like a sci-fi thing. So this definitely was like a big thing. So had fun with that.
Those colors are popping. Super awesome. Whoa. We know. You've been doing it all week, CJ. You've been doing it all week. Yeah. Better than Funky Flashman. Wow.
I still appreciate that. Thank you.
No, I love the colors that were used here. They're so cool. And also 1981. Big props to that.
I believe that's an actual physical piece because he watercolored that himself.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. You can see like the markers or something. The lines right there.
Marker or water? I don't know. He did something.
It's got to be marker because I see like the Copic like double layer lines.
Oh, you know your stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It could be a mix of both, which is cool. Also, I like this 1981 sticker here because it reminds me of very much 1990s, like X-Force 1, X-Men 1, where they put the poly bag on things and they have that right there. You're like, come and get your trading card. Yeah. I got you. I don't know everything, but I sure know a couple things. Let me tell you. Looks like the Emperor's Palace. Ooh. Now I want to research this piece. Yes.
Still very hard to get AI to do exactly what you see in your head. So maybe that experience will inspire people to learn how to do it. That's entirely fair.
There you go. Yeah. Good times. But yeah, no, that spot on with that sticker is great. Ooh.
This left one's one of my favorites. That guy, the person who drew that is Rory Donald, and he actually lives over like half an hour away from where I live in England.
Oh, cool.
And we had no idea. And he did that with Devlin Baker doing colors. And that's all our Dark Knight Returns and also a Year One homage with our character.
You immediately get those vibes, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the one thing I did what no one can do, and that's the death of a Capes Crusader type character. So that one was good fun. And the other one is Comics Are Dying with our original character Quantum Al, and
Cool.
had fun with that one with like all the different little events that have killed comics over the years.
Oh, that's cool. No, this is so fascinating to me. And then you're in the 1991. Wow, you're going super super 90s with this guy. Yeah.
That's Netho Diaz. Yeah, he loves 90s inspired art. So this was the perfect project for him.
Great. You nailed it. Nailed it. Just super nailed it.
You're never going wrong with a good Jim Lee homage.
Capes are caping. There's a dollar sign. There's some wackadoodle hair. You got some.
I got muscles on muscles.
Muscles on muscles. You got some boobs on some other stuff. You got it's working. It's working.
Speaking of 90s image, there we have now you got me. I know this guy's name. I know this guy's name.
Oh, do I need to zoom in more?
No, it's not there. But that one's the Rob
I know,
Liefeld.
but maybe it'll inspire. Oh, damn it. I went too far. Okay. Ooh, get a big old chunk with your eyeballs up in here.
That one is the Rob Liefeld inspired page about what Youngblood and how Image started. I know this. I can see his name in my brain, but I can't. Wait a minute. Here it is. What is this?
Come on, brain.
I gotta look at this list. I don't want to not shout him out. I can't. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh, that's okay. We can come back. We're going down. We're going down the road. So we can come back.
Yeah, it'll hit me. Oh wait. Leo Chiola.
Boom! High five to you.
Ooh, perfect. And then the other one's one of my personal favorites. It's all about the concept of fridging, and that one's called All Girlfriends Go to Heaven, and
oh my,
that one's by Megan J. Gray.
Nice. So yeah, you got your like 90s Liefeld-ish over here, and you got more of like a webtoony-ish look over here. Yeah. And then boom, look at all your contributors in here.
Well, let's show the team. Let's show the team.
Show the team. Wait, right there. Look at all of these art people. Look at this. This is insane. This is amazing. All alphabetical by first name. And I like this guy's name. I thought his name was Waldorf, but I like that it's Woloff. Come on, it's great. Yeah, boom. Otis Frampton, that's a name. I like that.
No, he's a good guy too. No, like wow. Everyone that worked on this was a dream to work with. Like there was no problems, there was no nothing. So like, it was a lot easier than you might expect. But I did have a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of burnout. But either way,
Beetle Moses. I know Beetle Moses. I know people.
You see some names. Well, we got some familiar names like Beetle Moses and House of Decline are pretty big comic strip people right now. But in terms of like big traditional comics artists, we have Netho Diaz, who's doing X-Men. We have Richard Pace, who did Batman, the Doom That Came to Gotham. David Hahn, Batman did Batman 66. Kerry Callan, who worked for like Mad Magazine for years. Like nice. that was great. And like I said, while we have a lot of old heads in here, we have a lot of people. This is their first credit as well.
That's so cool.
It's a beautiful mix.
I love that. And CJ, I do not feel whatever you feel about Liefeld. Okay, fun fact: CJ has been banned from Liefeld streams many times for just asking questions. So at least he doesn't do AI.
He is definitely a colorful character, but one thing you can't say about him, like he was a superstar when he was like.
Oh, they were rock stars, dude. When Image came out, they were rock stars. What? How many people showed up to that signing of that original? Whatever, X-Force, whatever.
Yeah, that guy's part of history, whether you like it or not. So, like, you gotta, and if not, he'll always be known for never being able to draw foot.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that in the Deadpool trailer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Liefeld's just feet. It's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you. Aggressively relaxing.
Aggie, yes.
It took 2.5 months to get everyone.
2.5 months? That's pretty fast to find 100 people.
Well, luckily, I started with what was it? Most people that I worked with on other projects. Then I had them like ask peers and ask colleagues if they'd be interested. And then when we got to the first 50, we what was it? We put out an open call, and that's when we got the what was it? The Cupid School and SCAD down in Georgia. So like they helped fill it out, and then I spent like a whole week on Twitter being like, please, anyone, can you help us reach 100?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I was hustling for sure, but we did it in the end. And it was amazing. It was a great experience.
Oh, it's so much fun too when you read and see the different styles, the different pages, and the different things in history that you probably didn't even know of that are in there. You're like, oh, this is so cool.
Let me ask you a question. If you looked over it, so were there any pages that really stood out to you? Like, do you have like a top 3?
Hold on. I just closed it earlier, but I don't remember what I do with it.
Because I sent you the whole review copy.
You did. I know. Hold on. Let me see if I can open it.
Don't show it. Don't show it, please.
I'm not going to show the whole thing, Mapu. Yeah. Hold on a second. No, there were several pages that I really liked, but because there was so many. There's like 120 pages of this thing. I love the foreword. I love what you had to say.
Yeah.
But no, when you're just flipping through and you see the different, like from sci-fi to like all the different forms of art, that's what I love the most about it. It was just like taking it all in, and it was just amazing because like the color schemes and everything, I just loved the whole thing. And I flipped through it like 2 times already just to look at the art back and forth. And I went back another time to read all the little doodads. But no, I just loved the whole thing. It was fun.
This might be silly, but I always get a kick of when it turns like to black and white, you know, when you have like a color page next to a black and white page, stuff like that. That to me is just a little fun.
Yeah, because when you first start out, like the first couple pages for like the 1800s, it's like that really interesting but old school style of illustration where there's like no color, but it's like barely lines, kind of like gestures. And I like that you guys added that in there because it like represents everything about comics in this book. So you guys went way old school to Platinum Age to now. Yeah. Yes, I have seen this, and it's a very good documentary. It's good stuff.
You know what I like? I like the one of Stan Lee razzing Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld when they're creating Overkill. That one's always good fun.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yes, right?
Yeah, no. Give Nick, I believe his name is on the thing. Oh, of course, it should be.
And Nicholas Flo.
No, that's not it. What was? Oh no, have I gotten his name?
Oh, you have totally.
I'm off today. I'm off. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm disappointed.
I have transferred my brain fog to you.
Yeah, no, I've gotten it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but if you see the name Prokovich there, then that is the guy. Justin Prokovich. I could see it. It's right in front of me.
Justin, where are you? Right there. Boom. Oh,
he did the sci-fi page. Give him a follow. He really deserves it. He's an instructor at the Cupid School. He's a great guy.
Lovely. Okay, question. How much in this book is fact and how much is opinion or taste?
I would say it's all facts. Like, it's all based on historical events, creators, significant books in history, trends, periods. It's an accurate timeline. I would say the only thing that's a matter of opinion or taste is what I wanted to include in that timeline. But realistically, that's not really an option. In history, you have to be a bit more objective, if that makes sense. Like, there are a lot of things I don't care about. Like, I'm not big on, in terms of the underground comics movement. I'm not a fan of reading those books. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. Like, but I don't know anything about it. Still, I had to research that and include it because that's all part of it. So basically, this is, as the title implies, this is a brief history. And I just tried to hit the biggest things I could think of or most significant. And even in those things, I made sure in the little blurbs to include other facts or other connections. So if you're like, well, what is that? Then it's a springboard. It's a gateway. It's a gateway to learn. And I think like that's an interactive experience I want to provide.
Cool.
And I think that's just good fun. Like, this is, if you are a comics expert, as I'm sure there are many people, I'm sorry, Bleeker. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Listen,
future
Robert
book.
Crumb, there's lots of great underground books. They're just not my cup of tea.
Hey,
But
we'll introduce you to some, and maybe you'll end up finding a newfound love for them, because I'm going back into finding a whole bunch. I picked up a whole bunch of Astro, let me tell you. Ha! You're gonna like that. Also, I did not miss you. I'll get back to you 1 second. Hey, Gacy, what's up? Just so happens, I have that next to me. He did the art in that book. I have that next to me. Hey. But yeah, go back to what you were saying, and I'll get back to CJ's question in a minute.
Yeah, so I covered a lot of stuff I don't care about because it's all part of the thing. Yeah, even more unsavory people. I try not to glorify anyone if they're really bad, but you have to reference that to like they were part of it. They were part of it. They did something, and that's how it is at the end of the
day. But thank you so much, Gacy. I know you popped in here a couple times. I actually got to meet him and his team over at Astro. We had a lovely time chatting. And shout out to the Japanese snack vendor guys that were next to you the entire time. They were homies. And also aggressive Eggy. Simpsons comic book guy voice. Can you do the Simpsons comic book guy voice and then read that?
I don't know if I can. I will purchase your book, sir, and then you undoubtedly hear my opinion of your choices forthright. Entirely. Please purchase the book, and then you can tell me all about it later on.
I want Eggy to make he does a lot of troll videos where he calls people. I want you to make a video talking about this book, but you can go full on nerd / troll with it if you want, but do it, do whatever you want. Go for it. I like your creativity. I'm just telling you. Oh, yeah. Hi. Okay. All right. 2 questions from CJ.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How did you make the choices on what creators to feature?
Just if I like their art, really. If I had a story, if I had a script that I thought best worked with their art, it was that easy.
Well, ta-da. There you go. Boom. Ta-da. Also, to people in chat that have art or writing or whatever it is that you're doing, you're creative, I'm telling you right now, go to Twitter. A lot of people, no, for real, a lot of people put out casting calls like yourself. There's even a casting call right now for Wiseacre Comics. They're trying to find a bunch of people for voice acting. They put these out all the time. They're like, hey, send me your portfolios. There are portfolio days all over the place on Twitter where people want you to post your work so they can see it. I have seen so many people get hired just based on portfolio days. You never know who is looking at your stuff.
There's a girl
out there.
There's a girl I'm working with right now who she just did exactly that. She just put a portfolio day, and I loved her art style so much. I'm like, oh, please make a book with me, because yeah, no, it's that simple, really. Like, there's no real rhyme or reason, it just is.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. There is drama bullshit. I don't care what site you're going on. There's drama bullshit happening right now on YouTube. You could stay away from all this crap and still find lovely friends on the Twitter. I've met half the people on here on Twitter. X, Twitter. I don't know why they call it X, because you still have to type twitter.com to go to the stupid website. It makes no sense to me. But yeah, no. You can full on stay away from the drama. Even if you have friends that are partaking in drama, ignore that crap. Just go about your business. That's what I have to say about that, because there's a lot of drama too that happens in friend groups as well. But that's all I have to say about that. But yes, thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
It is a great show, and it's great because of this dude right here.
Yes.
Right there. Boom. Boom shakalaka.
I love this show. I had such a fun time the first time. And that was a very chaotic stream, but you know what? I would much prefer that any time than just like go with
Red Army Unite. I think that was our hashtag the first time we
Rat Army or so. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, it's always a good time having you on. It's a good time having Sean on. I probably have to have him. I would be ready to get to him probably for Comic Book Day and over at Motor City. I know he's already got his booth up there, but I love running into those dudes. They're so much fun.
People call me and I tell them how sorry I ladies until they hang up.
He makes troll videos of him either calling or people calling him, and it's amazing. I just love your ramblings. It's amazing.
What? I don't have to give my opinion on every little thing. How will I know how right I am about everything, though? I don't know, man.
Also, Sean. So, yeah,
Okay.
you've never been on my late night dumb hangouts before. Those usually go for hours, but so I have my campaign one, which is kicking it with Kpop. Any campaigns are welcome. Then I have my other one, which it's kind of been on hold because this kind of took off so much. Is my Fartist feature, which you were on the first time, by the way. You probably don't even know the name of it. Yes, you remember Fartist feature. That is non-campaign promo stuff, just promoting artist stuff. But yeah, come hang whenever. And let me tell you right now, I don't give a shit what stream you're in with me on it. It's going to be chaotic, and we're going to talk some dumb stuff. Honestly, as well, we have not even talked about hot dogs yet. We haven't even gotten to that yet. I mean, that's a must.
No, but we appreciate you coming by and like interacting with us, because definitely been have a good conversation about all this.
Yeah.
Wait! Don't miss out on the stretch goals. We got to go back.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Hold up. You were so close to hitting your first stretch goal, which is oh my god, extra pages for director's commentary. You are going to be so wordy in those extra pages, and I like that you don't say how many extra pages, because you're probably going to just spiel all kinds of spieliness.
I will not. This will be the actual history lesson, so I'm going to be very economical with
historical.
No. Well, I just want to cover every like because each page, like it's more of a symbol of what's going on, right? It's just like a vibe of the fun factor book. So this will actually like cover all the Easter eggs and everything to like cover like anything that went over anyone's head. Just like put it all right there. Put every fun joke or whatever right there for everyone to go through.
I'm going to give you a little tip. If you do a second chance campaign and you redo this, make little QR codes that people could scan to go to the thing that you're referencing. If you can do that, that might be a thing.
What, like a Wikipedia? Like, what do you mean?
Wikipedia, like, or like the actual cover to a book, if you're talking about that, or an accident incident. If there's like a news article, you could do that.
Fair enough.
You could do that. Just saying. It's interactive. People like interactive weird stuff. Yeah, just saying. What? Oh my god, my head died. Hot dogs are awesome. Yes. Is there a specific type of hot dog that's most popular in the UK?
No, they don't really sell hot dogs.
They don't really. I know they sell deep fried sausages, because Glenn tells me about this all the time. It's kind of hot doggish, but wow, that's sad that they don't. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so stretch goal, 10,000. Which you're gonna nail this. You're gonna hit this big time. I think you might even hit the 15, because you guys got 6 days left, and you're getting way more backers already. This thing, every time I look at it, just keeps going up and
up and up and up. Well, we got
yeah.
Definitely trying to get it.
Also, okay. That's true.
Yeah, you got it.
But I mean, it's bangers and mash is like a hot dog without a bun. So I can respect the bangers and mash. All right, so that's the 10,000. Yeah, you're definitely gonna hit this. I'm gonna say you're gonna hit this too. This is gonna be crazy. So you're already at over 120 pages. Who knows how long the extra pages for director's commentary are. Then at 15, you're going to add 10 additional comic pages that you couldn't include everything from comic history. But guess what? You're going to get more sauce. You're going to feature a brand new artist. Whoa.
Yes. Each page will have a brand new artist, so that'll be 10 more people. But the idea is we're going to cover some of the things that we missed out on. 2 that are locked down for sure. One's going to be a page about one of the first biggest webcomics, which is Homestuck. And then the other one will be about the first ever storyline serialized in comics, which is Captain Marvel and the Monster Society of Evil. So those 2 will be locked in for sure.
Very cool. I like that. Your knowledge about comics is amazing.
I love it. Like I love learning about all different types of comics. So it's just good fun. There's just a lot to really enjoy.
Yeah. So right here, just to say, the book is 100% completed, except for any bonus materials that you guys might do in stretch goals. But that probably won't take you long to complete anything of the bonus material in there. And then printing and shipping. So expect everything to be done by fall of 24. So that's a good time frame.
Yeah.
Which it's already May, so yeah, that's gonna be here before we know it. It's freaking me out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? The time's flying.
It's dude, this whole year, done with it already. All right, we made it to the bottom of that. I can go back later again, but I want to come back to a second where we had some more questions that we kind of whizzed through.
All right.
Yeah. We're gonna do comic journey. Which creator made you cringe the most that you had to include? Oh, none of them. He loved them all. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Bam.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Will we be able to differentiate the bonus pages are? Well, I'm gonna say they're probably at the end of the book. Might be. You don't know. Yeah. Good question, CJ.
The what? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Will we be able to differentiate what bonus? Sorry, I'm zoned out. What bonus pages are? What do you mean? The director's commentary or the added fact pages?
Yeah.
Well, either way, director's commentary is at the end. Added fact pages will be included in the actual main interiors of the book.
Okay, because they go by year. Like this is from oldest to newest, which, yeah. There you go.
If you can keep chronological order, if you know time, it'll be easy.
Except for the 69 year. That was going to be a hell of a year.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew what was going on in that year.
Shenanigans, let me tell you. That's going to be some shenanigans. Also, 2437.
Is that supposed to? What is 69? Is that a joke? Like, is that a joke number? Like 420? What is that?
69?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, you can look that up and read it to us on
Google
right now.
I'll do that after the show.
Yeah, do that after the show. Save that for the book that we came up with earlier.
Oh, okay.
Fit in there. Okay. Ooh, Sean, what con are you going to? Maybe some people will be there that we might know.
Oh,
go hit them all up.
What? Literally 1 month to the day away already. Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, what con are you going to? Let us know. If it's 1 month from now, I'm gonna guess Heroes. I'm gonna guess. Oh no, that's
Comicpalooza.
Comicpalooza, nice. Also, what is up, figure? Hi. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. And last year would have been the same hot dog, but someone stepped on it. Yeah, wow. That's going to be a rough year right there. That's going to be a long one. I can't even imagine typing that out. Good question.
I could tell you all about the history of 68, but it's too early in the 90s.
Someone might have to do an Insomniac stream and then go over the entire history of 68. Also,
why are comics dying? I don't know. People always say comics are dying. It's always changing as to what's wrong with them. But this book is all about what's great about comics and why they're alive, and well, they'll keep living. Yeah,
and if you read the foreword from Mark Waid, you will know that why. There's a couple of... Oh, nice. Very cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So my favorite thing about going to cons is you run into the same people and you meet new ones, and then you go back and go, hey you, and I'm like, hey you, and I'm like, come on my carpet show, and you're like, okay. That's how that works. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to highlight this earlier. I know I think he bounced earlier.
Okay.
This is awesome. This live stream is wild and so great that young people are still into this geeky stuff. Forever nerds right here.
Well,
Forever nerds.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a crazy stream, but like, yeah, but like, yeah, no, I am very thrilled to be a young person in comics, and I love comics. I've been reading comics since I was a teenager, and the fact that I get to make them is incredible.
Yeah, fun fact.
It's a dream come true.
Reading them since you're a teenager, so that means like 2 years.
Yeah. That was 3 years ago, actually.
Good question, CJ. Is this hardbound or in trade format?
Soft cover paperback.
Yes. We went over that. CJ. Oh, you probably had something to do at the time. Yes, nerds are taking over. Nerds forever. Yeah. Let's see. Ironically, trees are dying, but I keep buying comics.
Well, you hate the logging industry now? I used to work as a lumberjack, so you're threatening my
Paul
job.
Bunyan. I haven't heard from him in a long time. And that
that's not even a joke.
Ronnie paper towel guy.
I did used to work as a lumberjack. That was let's say making comics is a lot easier.
Why did you have time to work at a lumberjack when you just started?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Amazing. Let's see what else will start in here. Yeah.
Is this a primitive computerized terrain from the first Alien movie?
It is Alien Day. It is Alien Day. If you do not know this. Yeah, I am assuming it's hard work.
It's dangerous work.
Oh, I've seen videos. Yeah, that's extremely dangerous. And they were doing it before machinery back in the day. How they did that back in whenever they first lumberjacked way back in the day, that was intense. Yeah.
Well, I've done it with an axe, and that is like it was. That is good fun, good stress release. And then when it's time to chopping something with an axe for a couple hours, but once it comes down, the problem is it can go in any direction. So like you gotta be like, okay, you gotta plan your escape routes accordingly.
Timber.
Oh, Katie. Oh man, you're killing me.
This is the last one I had saved. So if you have new questions, just throw them in the chat. But how do you have?
Yeah. Send any last questions. Let's go. We'll gunshot them, right? Or shotgun them. So how do you have quality control handled since it's them directly selling? How do they handle damages during the shipping? So that'll be like Zoop. The Zoop will be covering that, and I feel anything that is, I guess, damaged or affected, I believe you can get a replacement copy.
Nice. And that is ZOOP, by the way. Oh, shit. I should have been dropping this. I forgot to have been dropping this the entire time. I normally have Glenn in here. I normally have my mod Glenn in here dropping links, but he also had some family things, so he hasn't been around in a minute. So he'll be back soon, though. Yeah. What the hell was I about to say? Son of a bitch.
We're going over last questions.
Last questions, yes. I had something very compelling to say, and I fucking forgot. I told you it's brain fog day. This is awesome figure. You're in the UK. Isn't it called being a woodsman or something proper like that?
I'm from New Jersey. There's nothing proper about anything in my life. So
yes.
And you're entirely right. There is a formula to do it, but the problem, there was this one tree where when it was coming down, it got lodged on another tree. And it was just stuck there, and we couldn't move it. So we were like, we have to cut it at an angle, and it's going to it was like Looney Tunes at that point, because it's like we had something called this is a real product. It's called the Silky Boy Katana. And it is like it's like a spear with a serrated blade. And we had to cut through that, and then we used the axe a bit. And then when it snaps, like both pieces were going to fall down. So that's when we had to get out of there. But like some things, like it can either knock down a dead tree or whatever. Like you don't know what's going on, especially if you're in a thicker forest.
Yeah. I watched a reel the other day where a guy went to go chop a tree down in front of his house, and he went to go fall, and it fell the wrong way, and he took out half his house. Oh, I was like
That's terrible.
devastated, but also like, haha, at the same time. But yeah, chopping lumber. Oh my god. Yeah, always that one tree.
Yeah.
And
how would I compare living in the UK to the US? Well,
good question.
I love the United States. I love my home. I love New Jersey, against popular belief. But I live over there now, and I will say the one thing I really love. Yeah, let's get into a real Louis' greatest secrets revealed. I love being able to walk into town on a night out, get absolutely drunk, and then walking home. I don't have to worry about a DUI or killing someone with my murder machine. I can just go out, enjoy myself, and come back. I also find that people are more willing to like bullshit with you and like chat. And the food is, I think, like a bit healthier. So it's like
fingers and mash sounds really healthy.
Yeah, the only thing, it's relatively healthy until Sunday comes around, and every Sunday they basically have like Thanksgiving for lunch. And they call it the Sunday roast. That I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. Like I cannot eat Thanksgiving every weekend. So I stay away from
no, that's like a holiday meal. I can't do more Thanksgivings than like one time a year. Also, what is up to Ben? Hi Ben. Ben is the artist that was on a campaign that I had over the last week, which is for Gods Among Men and the Anna book. So there was Signation, straight out of Australia, bros. Nice to see you in chat again. Thanks for stopping by. I'll have to have you come back on as well for your art. Haha. See how that works? Dude, that's awesome.
I'd also imagine the idea of traveling an hour or two and you're visiting another country. That has to be cool. I did that very recently for Valentine's Day. Me and my partner, we went to Paris, and like they have so many comics shops there, and like the paper and they care so much about comics in France because that's part of their culture. They treat that as like a real art form, and like they make some of the best quality books I've ever seen, like oversized hardcover. They do that for a lot of the big two and a lot of indie stuff, but it's like it makes you so envious because they really care about it, and you almost wish you saw that more of that in the United States or even the UK. Like it's just really nice to be part or to visit like a culture where like they really respect it and really care about it.
Yeah, France and Sweden, they get a ton of like the rights to like the artisan editions.
Yes.
And I'm always jealous when Shelby be showing those off. Shelby Robertson, he actually worked at Extreme Studios. He does a thing where he'll go and show off books that he has, and like it's called Books for Inspiration. Mm-hmm. And then he'll go and show them off. But he has some of the most gorgeous books, and a lot of them are from France or in Sweden. They're amazing.
No, they care about it, and like I said, you really wish more companies would do that here. But I also think, like, in terms of modern culture, I don't think people here in the United States really are looking for that. But I always believe in quality. I always believe in like making the best thing possible. And at the end of the day, this is all about art. So like, I want the best presentation possible, and I'd like to see that more commonplace.
Yeah, I like when people branch out and actually make the book look like art. And I'm not talking about just like the interiors and the actual art of it. I love hardcovers. I love hardcovers with foil. I love slipcases. I love when they actually make it a piece of art themselves. Like I have a Labyrinth book over there. The thing folds out. And it's got things you can do in it. It's amazing. I'm like, I like that kind of stuff. It's awesome. And also figure. Damn, probably. You're really gonna have to do some research soon. Yeah, no. You are a toddler. I mean, that's why you don't know. It's fine.
Okay. See, I travel an hour or two, and I'm still in the same freaking state. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
I know.
You can be in one state, and it feels entirely different in another part of the town.
Dude, yeah.
South Jersey and North Jersey are like completely different places.
So many different accents in this one state alone. It's crazy. My friend, one of my good friends lives in Norway, and he's like, I'm going over here for like the day. I'm just going there for lunch. I'll be back like an hour. I'm like, you suck. Okay. Yes. Ooh, nice.
The very first Kickstarter I
I'm gonna
backed
have to
with
look
my
that
French
up.
creators is the most gorgeous book I have. It's called Bruno. Oh, that's really cool.
Nice. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yes.
Yeah, but I
Nice.
think that's any place. That's any place at the end of the day.
Yeah. Sean Gordon. Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy does a lot of good stuff.
That guy pissed me off because they love him over there. No. He's a great artist, but like they have so much of his stuff that they love him, and like that's good. As a creator, jealous, but like as a fan of comics, that's awesome to see. Like that guy is getting so much good treatment there, and a lot of artists are. I know Zoe Thurgood also gets a lot of good stuff over there, and I know Luana Vecchio. She also is doing some stuff that
she's doing some cool stuff. Yeah,
I love Luana Vecchio's art, but her sister's actually working on this book. She did one of the pages, Katia Vecchio.
Wait, I think I saw it out here. The blue, 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 blue. I thought I saw her last name.
Yeah, right under Juan Samu.
Right there
at the end.
Right yeah. My friend Mike did a cover for Lovesick.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I love Lovesick. That was a great book.
Oh, it's a good one. I love her art style too. She's got a really good art style.
No, I've been desperately trying to get her to work with me on something, but our ships have not met yet. Yet, I'm gonna work with her one day.
You will. You put out.
But
that
Katia, I'll say this:
book
Katia is an excellent artist in her own right. She's amazing to work with, and that was quick, easy, and she did a good job. She did a great job.
Nice. I'm gonna have to go follow all these people that I'm not following because I am following a lot of them. They're nice.
I've been telling people your new favorite artist is in this book right here. So
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Texas is a trip. Like you could go down one area, you got like nothing but barbecue. You go down another area, and it's like quinceanera dresses and like boutiques and like that's a trip. You're driving down the super packed highways. Oh, that's something, man. I love being down there. Yeah.
I've been all across the country. I did a whole US road trip. And like it is bizarre that we are all one country because it is so different, like culturally and geographically, wherever you go. It's not. I see Benjamin Morse's name is there. Big fan of his work. He has a campaign coming. Yes, he's doing his Scarlet Twilight campaign, and he did the page about Stan Lee at Marvel on this book. So he did really good.
I like her. She's cool.
That's Luna Lunar.
Two different. Yeah, these are the two different covers. That's Sean's cover, which is the regular one, and this is the exclusive to Zoop cover here. If you guys are trying to figure that out, but yeah, so cute. And then I did like the saucy Stan. There's saucy Stan right there. Yeah, good stuff. I was gonna say something. Damn it! My brain just went bloop again. I was like,
oh no,
bitch. Yeah. So, okay. We're coming up in 2 hours. If you guys have final questions, pop them in here. I will drop the link again to your Zoop campaign.
This is it. This is the most important time of the entire campaign. It's wrapping up. The campaign is nearly over. If you have any burning questions that need to be answered, this is the last time you'll ever see me before I disappear and never to be seen again.
Oh shit! Hopefully nothing else is burning as well. But yes, here let me get rid of this thingy. Let me go back to our little faces. Boom. Yes. Oh, good question. You have done stuff for Sumerian Comics. You've done stuff for Scout Comics, and this is like kind of your first campaign. How is that different? First of all, from working with publishers versus just publishing it yourself for a campaign. Having more fun.
With a crowdfunding campaign, I definitely had a lot more creative control. And then with Sumerian gave me, they didn't have that much editorial insight. They read it over to make sure there's nothing really wrong with it. And then it was still mostly me. And then Scout, definitely more of a hands-on approach. But I love that I mostly curated and did this. So that was really good. In terms of future stuff, I should have some new books or new stories later this year or early 2025. I can't say what they are because it's one of my first licensed books. So I'll be doing that.
Uh,
We're
nice.
out of creator-owned territory, and we're into playing with other people's toys.
Yes. Also, here, let me drop this. This is the link tree for you, so that you can go click on all these things and follow them all over the places, and then buy all this stuff. That's cool.
And Sean, to answer, the Sumerian title is called The Blackout Bombshell. I'll give the pitch. It's about an alcoholic detective in the 1960s who, one night after a night drinking, blacks out. And during the blackout, somebody hires him to solve a case. So when he sobers up, he doesn't know who hired him. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. All he knows is that he's in trouble. Dun, dun, dun. And then Scout Comics was the Midnight Western Theater series, which was a supernatural Western book about an undead cowgirl who rights wrongs, whether they be human or supernatural. That has since left Scout, but I am happy to say that a new home will hopefully be announced relatively soon.
Ooh, yeah. So go follow him on the thingies to figure out where that's at. Boom. Patow. Whoa, I didn't want to happen, but we just flipped up my camera. All right. 2 hour mark.
We did it.
We get chatty. We start talking. Like dumb stuff happens. CJ, if you have any more questions, you better post it right now because we're going to be getting out of here. We're going to be doing the dancey dance out of here.
You let me bullshit. That's your problem. You let me go on a tear, on a tangent. That's your first mistake. You don't keep me on track.
That's okay. You're more than welcome to bullshit and spew forth whatever it is you need to spew forth. And I should have pulled out your books. So I have all your books in my thingy here. I'll do that next time.
Oh, it's all good.
All your stuff because they have some cool covers. I love the yeah. Whoa! This might be a first. No more questions from CJ. Holy shit, bro! Wow, that's amazing.
We've done it.
We did it. We're gonna end this thing because I'm gonna go get me some Captain Crunch. I'm hungry.
All berries or the mix? Or
the mix. I gotta have the mix. The berries sometimes, if you get the all berries, is too crunchy.
You ever get the thing where like it dyes your excrement an entirely different color if you eat too much?
That's fun. Crunch? Yeah, Lucky Charms will do the same thing. It's a mystery. You don't know what it's gonna be. Amazing, the best.
I ate some gumbo.
Perfect. That's how long we've been on. You cooked and made gumbo and ate it the entire time. I know, it's amazing. All right, we're about to dance on out of here. Oh, before you leave, what do you got coming up next? What you got any more podcasty things? You got any more appearance? Whatever.
Well, no. We'll promote the campaign. That's why we're here. So for everyone, we've got 6 days left. I think 6 or 5 days left. This is the only way to get the book. It supports over 100 people. It supports new creators. It supports old creators. And it is just a giant love letter to comics. And it's already fully funded, but right now any additional supporters help us try to create a bigger and better book for you. So if we can do that, that's great. But like we've said, the book is all done. It's ready to go. It's ready to come to your collection and join your bookshelf. So it's been an honor to make this book. It has been a great chance to meet new people and be unified over this beautiful industry, this beautiful, terrible, horrible, excellent industry that we call a home.
Call it a what?
That we call a home.
Oh, I thought you said a hoe. I was like, some people might call it that. Some people may call it that. All right. Go back this thingy. Make room on your shelf because it's already going to be like 200 pages probably by the time you get it. All the stretch goals that you're going to be hitting. Yeah, go follow him. He's awesome. Even if you just go follow him to go look at his lovely posts with your partner because you're adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. And then maybe one day I'll have you and Sean on and the shenanigans will just reign supreme and it'll be just, oh man, it'll be craziness. But yeah, we're about to dance on
off at this point.
I know. It's going to be crazy. Thanks for hanging, Elle. You've been here for a long time. I know. We've been here. We've been doing this too long. Let's go get some food. Let's go chill. maybe take a nap. How about that?
That's my plan.
Been a long ass day. All right, I'm gonna end this thing. We're gonna dance on out here. So get
All
your
right.
dancing
Thank
shoes
you,
on.
everyone.
Boom.